Hello everybody, I'm Dan here for the Hammer Game channel. Welcome to today's video. We are playing on the wonderful mod that is Red World. It has been far too long, but I thought we'd check out the Great Lakes Republic because they got a focus tree quite some time ago and I just never checked it out, which is terrible because I do really enjoy playing this mod. So here we are, the wonderful world of Red World, where obviously the Warsaw Pact kind of rules supreme and Britain's all alone in the British Isles Protection Union. We'll see what they get up to. Obviously, there's the Democratic League led by Canada as well. And we have our work cut out for us today because we are going to try to unite America as best we can. We'll just go ahead and turn all them off. I do love how they added in all the history of the different decades leading up to the 1980s. We are currently ruled by Melissa Hortman. We have 4 national spirits. We have the American Isolation national spirit, which means we can't create or join factions unless done through our focus tree. The Confederation Crisis, which is not terrible, but we'll get rid of that at some point. The Business of Democracy, which is not too shabby. And Creeping Authoritarianism, which I don't know what's going to happen to that, but some good bonuses and a little bit of bad on that. In terms of the focus tree, it's pretty juicy. Well, 11 civies and 1 mil is not a great balance at the start of the game, not going to lie. I look forward to expanding that as quickly as possible because I don't really want to just produce 1 gun a day. So the Libertarians have put forward the 4th Confederal Referendum Bill. We're not going to go for the option 2, they have nothing better to do. We're just going to see that it dies in the committee. And Amash is pressured to withdraw the bill. And off the back of, I guess, the failure of the Congress, yep, it has fallen, the complete and utter failure of the Congress. The long-time Great Lakes Libertarian leader Scott Bowman has resigned. So they're going to get a new leader. The National Committee has taken over for the time being. Upton proposes Michigan Autonomy Act. I think we're going to veto that. I'm not very much interested in the Michigan Autonomy Act national spirit in the slightest, so let's go ahead and just veto it. And now we're suffering some protests in Iowa. Protests of the socialist government in Milwaukee and the failure of the government to put the issue of the Great Lakes Confederation up to the people has led to mass protests in Iowa, backed by the militia movement in Michigan. Not ideal. Oh great, fantastic. The protests are expanding, and they've expanded into Minnesota. So Hortman has made a move here to try and, I guess, quell some of the tension that is currently plaguing our nation by announcing that there is going to be a referendum on the restoration of the Great Lakes Confederation, which will be held in the coming months, and that each and every citizen will be able to vote for it. So, yeah, the protests have already begun to dissipate across the country, so hopefully, this'll quell things for us. So Hortman's just held a private meeting with our advisors and stated that if the referendum results in a pro-Confederation vote, she is going to be resigning from her position. I had completely forgot that this is the mod where Libya completely descends into quite a mad civil war. Okay, Steve King's just formed the Christian People's Party, which is the Nationalist Party. He is definitely not going to be taking control of the nation whatsoever. It's referendum time, so we do have the choice to obviously restore the Confederation, but that's not going to be happening. We're going to keep the Republic, which is going to remove the National the Confederation Crisis. Happy days. Really? Really? So it's safe to say that Noam Chomsky is going to be disappearing after being caught in a scandal which saw him doing various illegal activities. We'll just leave it to that. You can read this if you want to really get an in-depth look at what he'd done between the hours of 6 o'clock in the evening to 3 in the morning. So he's had a 9-hour adventure. Oh wow, and just like that, the Duke is gone. The military junta has taken control of the nation. That seems very, very democratic of us to just, you know, intimidate our voters. Because we can't allow chaos and uncertainty around elections anymore. We just can't. So we're just going to have to control the vote counters. So this actually isn't a bad national spirit we're going to gain from this. The plus 15% bonus to construction of civilian factories is going to be very, very nice, considering I want to build some faster so I can then get out more military factories, because right now, what military capabilities do we have? We're probably already... Oh no, actually we're good on guns. Well, that is a miracle. Ah, okay, we annoyed Canada, who is removing the business of democracy from us. Ah, there it is. I was expecting him to be impeached Much sooner, actually. It took them a wee while to decide what they were fully doing, but he is gone. And of course, thanks to him being impeached, they descend into a civil war. So we've got the Central Committee against Bernie Sanders. So we'll see if Bernie's able to win that. Wait, the American Commonwealth actually have a focus tree? Oh, Sonia's now in charge. Brokered peace. Or fought on. An American monarch. The Kennedy dynasty or the Roosevelt dynasty. We have London to New England. Zara I becomes the leader. We can then have the three dynasties, which is France, and then Vienna to New England. What on earth is this? I'm going to have to come back and check this out. If you want me to check out the American Commonwealth, this American Commonwealth that is, there is obviously the People's one, but I want to play as some of this. I want to make a monarchy. I just don't know which one. Oh wow, okay. The British monarchy has just been abolished. Oh, Trotskyism. Wow, the famine that hits Ethiopia is killer. Well, we have begun the wonderful journey, and it would appear that we're only able to reject the Canadian hegemony, so we'll go ahead and do that. 20-day focus for 3 war support. Not too shabby. We're also going to create the American People's Front faction. Well, I don't believe it. Illinois has accepted our offer, and we're annexing them. Happy days. How many factories did we just gain? Oh my days, we have so many civvies. Oh my days, we can produce artillery. Oh, we actually gain East Dakota. Well, okay. Nice. That's ideal. Now we've got the whole river to defend against the Midwest Union for a way to kick off a war and just drain them. And then again, we're pretty even in terms of divisions now. So let's go ahead and align independent democracies. Oh, well, we don't annex them. We just become friends. Oh, and that's bypass. New Dawn for the Great Lakes. Well, this is not how I seen this going. Actually, I'm very disappointed. So we've just passed the New Dawn Act, piece of legislation seeking to normalize relations between the Great Lakes Republic and the rest of the world. Why did we pass that, people? I'm disappointed. That's the foreign policy. If you reject Canadian hegemony, that's what you do. Or a slight little change. If you do this, you can't do retake our territory, which would see you retake some territory. But oh my days, and when the Americans pursue unification, will be forced to integrate. Oh, it's so stinky. Well, I guess I'm just going to go off my own little path now, and just invade whoever the hell I want and try and just unite America. Yeah, the free American states coming for us. They are 100% coming for us. They declare war on the Republic of Montana first. Okay, we might have to go in the aggressive here because they are pushing into the Midwest Union now, which is not ideal because that exposes our flank. I don't want to get too carried away, but what's actually going on here? Like I am walking to Atlanta right now. They don't actually have a lot of divisions. That is where the problem lies for them. They don't have a lot of divisions, and if you're getting them encircled to my army, it's not a good sign. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I don't know what they're playing at. So yeah, they're down to between 12 and 22 divisions. So our faction actually has more men than them now. Let's just declare war on more people. That seems like the sensible idea. Who's got the CSA flag? Alright, the American People's Commonwealth. Cool. We're gonna have to build more divisions to take you down. They really did not think this through. We have pretty much decimated them. We have taken some heavy casualties, not gonna lie, but they should have quality over us. They have way more military had way more military factories than us. But they suck. And in fact, Houston's about to be cut off. Hello there, Gwen. How is it going? And you were the vice president, so a rigged election has been held. Oh, fantastic! That's what I like to see. I love rigged elections. And we are going to do a purge. Of course. Of course. When isn't there a purge? There's always a purge. Nothing I'm really wanting to grab. Oh, plus 10 civvy factories. Nothing I'm really wanting to grab at this point. Might as well just finish off this part of the tree. Do have a decent amount of equipment. Can I go ahead and change this to 7.2s? Oh, we can as well. Get in. And I'm just going to train an absolute ton of these guys. Perfect, we can go ahead and gain cores in Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. Perfect, and we're also going to create another puppet. Another 2 puppets. Democratic socialism openly endorsed. A new era. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Do you know what I'm just thinking? We might not finish this in time to actually declare war on them. What we can do instead is guarantee their independence. Because I have a funny feeling I know it's going to happen very, very soon. The Republic of Arizona is being defeated by the Union of American People's Republics. So let's go ahead and just prepare ourselves for the inevitable war that they're either going to start by declaring war on the Midwest Union, who obviously is already my puppet, or they're going to stupidly think they can take Montana, but I have now guaranteed them. And we will just have divisions ready to move on in. There it is, they've done it. I will instantly join that. Thank you. I was going to say, why are we losing, but that's because we're not in. They're not attacking us yet in there, but they will be very soon. Nope, as I suspected. Please, grind away on my front line. Kill all of your men, and then that way I can just walk on into your territory. And maybe just declare war on Montana whilst you're at it, please. Just to extend that border. Yeah, that's a great start by them. 178,000 men dead, and equipment already looks like it's running out, so... yeah, please continue. Please continue. Well, I was starting to justify again on Montana, but let me just cancel that for the time being. Can you let me let me into your territory? Perfect, thank you. I'm a little bit confused, but where are their troops in the north? Yeah, I'm really just wanting to push the Seattle over here. That's probably quite high in points, I would assume. Seattle is 20. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. And then obviously San Francisco and Los Angeles. Maybe even San Diego's worth. Yep, San Diego is worth a wee bit as well. I think their numbers will be starting to dwindle. And just like that, they're dead. Happy days. Give me all that territory. Conquest of Arizona. I'm just freely giving out to... oh my days, it's getting worse. I am not happy about it in the slightest. That is terrible. Well, Montana's not really put up much of a fight. Shockingly. 9 to 17 divisions, and they're just getting destroyed. I'm hoping that this territory is not going to go to the Midwest Union, because I'm kind of creating a little bit of a monster over here that I'm going to have to invade. Well, we were allies through thick and thin. However, it is now time for you to give me back all of that wonderful territory. Thank you very much. That's, for some reason, I stupidly gave it all to you. Well, on the plus side, at least they only have 7 to 15 divisions. Well, game, set, and match. Not the most interesting of wars, I have to say, but there we go. The only bits of America we're missing is New Mexico and Mexican Texas. Don't really know what this is going to do now, but I can't wait to see what it will do. Okay, you may be wondering, Dune, what have you done to the borders? And yes, the Appalachian Union is now in the west. I'm pretty sure the name comes from some of the territory that is obviously now controlled by me. But I wanted just a few basically all of the territory of the Midwest Union went to the Appalachian Union, and it just looked ridiculous. So I gave Texas to the Southern Military Command. It makes sense. So the South is all unified there. Obviously, I've taken New England and the Appalachian Union's territory over here and just made it cores by the state transfer tool, and then the Appalachian Union controls all of this, which is not actually cores for them, which is a little bit cursed. But I think what I'll do is I'll leave that there, because really there's not a lot more for me to do. I'll be honest, wasn't really as exciting as I thought it was going to be. This let it down drastically. I can't even form America. Like, I have to puppet everything. And yes, I know there's obviously parts of Texas, but if we did invade Mexico, I would just give these territories to them. And in that way, that looks pretty damn good. And then if I was to take Alaska back, which I really couldn't be bothered fighting Canada for, probably just give that to the Appalachian Union just because they're closest to it, so it makes the most sense. There you go, and that would be it. There we go. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed, I have to say. I thought it was going to be a lot funner than it was. Maybe I just chose a poor route to go. And again, really, what else could you really do? You could enter the Democratic League, but What's the point in that? You still can't really do a whole reclamation of America. You could align with the Republic, but then you're going to die anyways. So, what? It just seems pointless. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back for a double bill of Kaiser Redux very, very soon. In fact, over the next couple of days, hopefully, fingers crossed. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for something else. Until then, do take care. Sure, bye. The now.